Obviously credit to Washington State. I thought they played a great game today, and really appreciate the fans and the support that we had today. It was great to be back at home, and I'm excited to continue to get to play a couple more games at home again. So again, really grateful for our fans and the fan base we have in the community.
With this game too, I mean, we kind of anticipated Wazoo maybe having a little bit of a revenge in mind with what happened last month. I mean, did you see anything different from them? Was it higher intensity, or what did you see?
I would say it's another great game. I think that, great teams treat every game the same, and I think that probably both of us did that, came out and had prepared. It was a really odd turnaround to turn around and play your travel partner, or however they call it, again so soon. And so there's not been a ton of things happen between the last time we play, but there's been growth. There's been growth by both teams. They were able to add more to their offensive side of the floor. We were able to add more to our offensive side of the floor. I think we continue to learn different systems. We've traveled to the same places, and so we've had some similar experiences.
So you came out on fire in that first quarter up by 7, and then after that it just seemed like whatever you had going in that first quarter wasn't sort of working in the next 3. So what changed between the first quarter and the second quarter? Were there any defensive changes that they made that were messing you up, or is it just shots just weren't falling? I know there was like that one shot from Sellers that like rimmed out like 3 times. That kind of like described how it was going for a bit of there.
Well, I thought we came out with great pace on the offensive end of the floor, knew what we wanted to run, and really executed well. I think they made a few changes in how they guarded some screens, and so I think that it took us a minute to adjust to that, and we lost our pace and didn't pick it back up really quickly. Adjusting to the way a team changes a defensive scheme, and it really wasn't too much of a change, is something that we can do, and we can do better going forward.
More about the offense. Almost every possession you were pushed pretty deep into the shot clock. I'm wondering if that was due to WSU's defense or a part of your offensive plan if you executed your offense how you wanted to.
Yeah, I think you saw us play pretty fast at times as well. I mean, there was a lot of times, especially in the second half, we could make a couple passes and get a good look. So I think that some of it is just waiting for the best available shot. So our philosophy is the most efficient shot we can get.
And on the defensive end for you, Dalayah and Elle, your team has one of the best D1 women's basketball defenses in the country statistically, and that was not the same last year at all. I'm wondering what you think has changed, particularly from last season to this season, that has improved your defense so much.
I think we take a lot more pride in our defense, and we realize that we're just as good defensively as we are offensively. So I think just focusing on those points, like every single time we come in, like we're not underestimating any team. We know that we have to defend the 3 and the post, like they're all good. So it's not like preseason where you can only focus on 1 or 2 players. Like we have to focus and really know the scout. So I feel like we've still been improving on that, but obviously we have ways to go. I think we can still get better at it, but
yeah. I just think we work on it every day, and we have 3 girls coming back from last year, and then me and Hannah with a little more experience. So I feel like the experience just helps a lot as well.
And then another question for you, Tina. If you could just speak on Dalayah's fantastic performance, both scoring, defending as really your main post presence, the main height you have on your team against a team with quite a bit of height, and the point score, rebounds, all that.
Yeah, I mean, Dalayah is a consummate player. I mean, she does a great job on both ends of the floor. I think what you'll find about her is every year she continues to expand her game, and so she's got tremendous work ethic and can play, on the perimeter and the post. She can guard any position, so she's just become such a dynamic player, a real pro on both ends of the floor.
And obviously, I mean, with the start that you guys got off to with 11-0, I mean, the last 4 games, I assume aren't the continuation of that, but what are you feeling about, what did you learn from the start that you think you can kind of use, I guess, to get off of a losing streak like this? Like, what lessons do you think are really going to be valuable?
Well, I think we've obviously traveled a good bit, and I think that we're getting better at playing on the road. And so we had an opportunity to go to Washington State to start this swing, and then to Cal and to Louisville, to Washington State, to Cal, and to Stanford. And so we've had an opportunity to continue to get better at those environments, and it's something that we've learned. I think that one of the things that's most important for us is that we continue to understand the difference in style of plays. and from a game plan standpoint, how we can gain advantages and stick to those advantages. And so I think just that discipline that comes from experience is important to us. So every single time we go on the floor, that experience is awesome for us because we did need more experience.
As you mentioned a lot this year, you want all 5 players on the court to be a weapon. Especially in that, going back to the first quarter, everyone was a weapon. I think all 5 Huskies scored. So do you think, in terms of your offense and setting up, you've kind of figured out what you want to do as an offense? It's just hitting those threes or getting more free throws?
Yeah, I think there's still moments where we need to make better reads. You know, if it's a simple thing, it's just it should have been a curl instead of a pop or whatever the read was. I think we need to improve those moments, and I think that'll get us even better looks.
And with Washington State specifically, I mean, I know that you know them very well from all the times you played them, but I guess specifically looking at today, what did they do, I guess, to kind of come back at you guys, I guess, versus last time? I asked last about the changes that they made, but what did you kind of see today that kind of just made them tough?
I mean, I just think they're a great team. I think they've got a lot of players that can score. We're very similar teams, and so they can score at every position, and they defend similarly to what we do. They've changed a little bit, but you know, I think we're very similar teams in that all 5 players can score. It's why it was 2 battles.
Another defensive question for me. You kept one of the top scorers in the nation in Charlie's Walker to just 5 points before those free throws at the end. How do you feel about your defensive performance overall?
You know, I think that we're a team that's really growing and learning fast. And so when I look out there, there's moments I'm like, we got it. You know, there's moments where it looks really neat that you can see it clicking for everyone. And I'm super encouraged by that. There's still those moments where we are just a little late to get back, or a little late to switch or to peel, or and that's just going to be more experience for us.
The last one for me. This is the last ever Apple Cup in Pac-12 conference play. I'm wondering if any of you have any thoughts about the conference breaking up and sort of this rivalry won't go away for this particular version of the game.
Yeah, I'd say we're just focused on today. I think that, you know, the joy in the journey is our philosophy, and so there was a lot of joy, you know, in prepping for this game and playing this game and in front of this incredible fan base and our alumni, and we want to continue to grow and get better and make them proud.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
you.